Hey everyone, this is Joseph S. Samaniego, the author of the Carolyngian age series, and I'm back with another fun mapping video real quick. This video is actually based on more historical maps with within the fantasy genre that I'm writing in, but also based on what we have seen in history. So let's take a look at it, and don't mind me, it's early in the morning, really early in the morning, and I am enjoying my morning coffee, so please don't mind me. So give me 1 second, I'm gonna share my. All right, so we're back, and as you can see, this is another manor house. It is again a Motte and Bailey style manor house that is a little bit closer, so a little more zoomed in, but here you can see the actual man-made hill here around the edges. I did not include the outer wall in this just because I didn't want to get it too cluttered. But what you also have is a 2-story house and 2-story watchtower. And that's why you kind of have this overlap here, because it's to represent that it's 2 stories. So let us kind of begin. You're going to come up here again at the watchtower. And the watchtower is also kind of a barracks in this sense. A lot of times they would have barracks already, but here the watchtower and the barracks are together. So really what you can then see is the sleeping quarters, weaponry, and then the nice little stairwell, the brazier here to keep everyone warm and for sight. And then you come up here, and I did put a ballista here. That may or may not actually be there. It's one of the little assets for the map, and I thought it might be kind of a cool aspect to see that indeed there would have been a ballista or, weaponry. So you know that this for defensive purposes. Then we're going to go to the main section. Now you got your storage throughout. Another well here. You're going to have a well. A lot of times they may not have had a well up top, but for siege purposes, you're going to want to have some sort of water supply. So we got storage. Again, it is a small manor. You're going to see a future map, a future video where the wealthier had a way to store things without having to keep them outside. This one does have a kitchen or larder. It's a combined dual use. So it is the kitchen and it is the larder. It doesn't connect inside, which a lot of them would have. This one doesn't. I just am working with the assets that I'm given, but here again, the servants probably would have slept in the kitchen, prepare the meals, keep whatever foods and supplies they could inside, whatever else was out here. So we're going to go to the main floor. Now this one's a little bit bigger. We're using the same design, but it is a little bit bigger in terms of space because this has a second floor, but it also perhaps this lord's a little bit more wealthy. Now, one thing I didn't add in the last one is this does have stairs. These stairs would give you a sense of height, and it'll give a better chance for defense, because a lot of times these stairs would have been able to be broken away, or they would have been made out of wood. Here I did use a stone asset, but they could have been made out of wood, and they would have been able to be broken away. Come in, here's his seat of power. Here's Seaford Lord. So when he has his little court, this is a minor lord. This is probably just somebody who owns land, and he's going to talk to his tenants. But a bear rug will symbolize his power because it's something stately. Again, for his house carls or his personal retainers, a place where they would sit and dine, socialize, all right here. So then you're going to head up the second floor, and that's where his quarters would be. And, the quarters would have been kind of sparse for some ways. You got your bed, which probably would have been more center. I wanted to be able to get a kind of a dresser wardrobe situation here, but also a little office area, because he would have to administer to the land. This whole area further out is for him to administer to. So he would have definitely had to have been able to read, write to some degree, and comprehend basic arithmetic. So he would come up the stairs, and this would probably, if you can see, the chimney would be over here actually. So kind of skew that this way, and he would have be able to, in the evening. Now there's various fireplaces and chimneys throughout, and a lot of the reason for that is because, like I said in the last video, it is cold. It would be really cold, especially when you get up out of bed and there's your rug to keep your feet warm. Probably would have slept in his leggings or hose, whatever, what have you. Probably even his shoes or some kind of leather coverings for his feet, or wool coverings or cloth coverings. One thing I did want to point out was the difference in the stone flooring here. This is a little bit more polished, whereas this is darker, soot in a sense. And a lot of that's because of where it wouldn't have been as nice in here in the kitchen area as it would have been obviously in the main area or the bedroom area. So just real quick, that's kind of how this plays out. Again, this would have been very defensible. Probably not as defensible as some of the other ones that I'm working on. I have one that I'm working on that is it's going to be a more Norman style 3-story fortification keep, and that one is going to be even more defensible with the locations. This one is your main defense is the actual hill with the wall around it, which, like I said, I didn't put the wall just because I want to have a little bit more space to show everything. So this would have been defensible, very defensible, Norman style keep in the same manner, Motte and Bailey, but with a stone keep on top would have been even more defensible, especially with the advancements that you see in the late 11th century and early 12th century. This would have probably been more of an 11th century style as well. Looking at it, though, it would have been, like I said, a lesser noble, probably somebody along the lines of, maybe a baronet, even if not even someone lower than that class, just a landowner, possibly a knight, but at least I would say a knight, if not higher, to a baronet. This would have been their location. This would have been their area to defend and to defend from, and especially the people around them. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. I will be doing more, and I can't wait to see more of you guys, and see where we go from there with more videos. Okay, take care. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.